everybody. It's that time of year again with the new Sonic game. And from what everyone says, this one's gonna be pretty good.
It has a higher Metacritic score than Sonic Forces.
I think that's hard to do. Just before we get into it, I want to just make sure that we're leveled correctly. Pretty much the same setup as we had when Bruce Knight did the other day. I want to make sure that, in terms of the game level, myself and folks in the Patreon Discord call, such as Sarah, please say hello.
Hi, I'm gonna call El Salvador because I see you're watching.
Turn down game mode. Oh yeah. That was
Hi, Salv, it's me.
Okay then, how about that? I've adjusted the audio ever so slightly. Okay, so this is our main menu. Okay. As soon as I get the go-ahead, I think I'll start with the one-player story mode. Just want to preface this by saying I am terrible at racing games, as I'm terrible at most games in general, but specifically pretty bad at racing games. So, let's have a little look at Team Adventure mode. Okay. Oh, that's a...
And we start with Amy.
Hey, made a reference to the chili dog. I do wanna just keep everything transparent. I do want to thank the fine folks at Sega because they actually gave us a copy, at least a digital code for Team Sonic Racing. So we're gonna be doing what we can to.
Wait, well, am I late or?
Hey, Johnny. No, my friend, you were just on time. We
All right.
just
Hey, we got some
streaming.
Kobe Johnny in here.
I wish. Anyway, I'm gonna hold on one sec. I'm gonna put my guitar away.
Hit me.
Oh,
How
come
late
on,
am I?
play some tune.
So this new guy, Dodon Pa, I guess he's voiced by Carly Bear, same voice actor as Big the Cat.
Yeah, and he's a Tanuki, aka the same
Same-
species
The
as Tom
same
Nook.
guy who voices Ryu from Street Fighter.
Okay. Which version are we playing again?
PS4.
Fuck.
PS4.
What's
'Cause
wrong
I
with
just-
the PS4 version?
I have the Switch version.
Aha! Locked to a 30 FPS frame rate.
I don't care as long as the game's fun. I can handle Doom just fine.
The game is fun. If it's not fun, then don't play it, because it's not really good.
If it's not fun, what's wrong with you?
This
I just want to mash that up. Just if it's not fun, what's wrong with you?
If it's not fun, why are you playing Forces?
So when can we start talking about the fact that Froggy's probably dead?
Well, everyone, I saw that meme going. I saw that meme going around. But if you want to get technical, all these animals have a lifespan of like 10 years, so they should all be dead, as the franchise is almost 30 years old.
Perfectly
the franchise
balanced.
is almost 30
as
years
all things
old.
should be.
Sonic Adventure was in '98, so that turns 20 like last year. By technicality, it was '98, but this year and it's yes, North America. Yeah, I'm fucking super for saying NA.
Knuckles has a higher boost than Sonic. I want Knuckles in Unleashed.
Knuckles Unleashed.
Eh,
We don't even need to get a Werehog equivalent for him. We could just have Knuckles fight in the nighttime.
So I guess this is it's not the first Sonic racing game to have a story. Obviously, all the Riders games did, but this is
The
the first.
Riders games.
I don't.
R technically does if you look at the instruction manual. It has one of those Blade like Eggman's had a contest for Chaos Emeralds. Although why you have to find them all is sure, but yeah.
But no,
I've just realized I have no idea what the controls are for this.
but
Okay.
it talks about Sonic Rivals.
Okay. Yeah, those cutscenes felt very Sonic Rivals 2 esque.
Thing.
Oh. So
What a reef.
who in the chat, though my fine fellow patrons who are joining me, who of you have actually had this game and have played it today?
When?
You don't have to,
I know.
Sarah.
Since 06 games.
Yeah, that's a thing. My internet keeps. I'm not sure if it's my internet or yours, but I didn't hear any of that.
That's all. So.
I want egg.
So I'm not sure if people actually watching the stream can hear anything that anyone's saying, but I really cannot.
Don't have the game on the.
Yeah, everyone just sounds either that they're robots or they ain't making a noise at all. Let me finish this round, and I will see if I can do something about that pesky connection. So, people in the chat, anyone here like the game? Yeah, you guys all dropped out for like a minute, so yeah.
What? You left.
What?
That was
What
weird.
happened?
That was weird. So, because you have the PS4 version, I'm assuming I can't play with you on the Switch.
It's not crossplay.
Well, especially not with Sony.
Oh yeah, Sony, because Sony's a bunch of bastards that won't let us play on this on.
Why
different
is it
systems.
that all three main companies suck at completely different parts of the industry?
Let's see, Microsoft,
Sony with the fact that they've been censoring a bunch of games like
Nintendo barely knows how to do online.
And
Microsoft knows
Microsoft
how to do.
doesn't know how to do
Microsoft-
exclusive.
And Sony are still stubborn at Nintendo for everything, so they do everything they can to to avoid them like the plague.
I'm gonna try and.
and also
fix
the fact that Nintendo
thing.
won't release
Okay.
their music,
It's fine.
music
Just
like on
keep-
Spotify and
Just
iTunes.
keep speaking over me. So it isn't like it's my stream or anything.
Sorry.
That's fine. No, I was just joking at Sarah because that's what she does. I'm gonna try and fix the internet. You guys keep speaking. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Gonna fix the whole internet.
You're gonna fix the World Wide Web.
WorldWideWeb.com.
Gareth wrecks the internet.
It's the
No.
wifey or the wifey.
I honestly would rather watch that than Ralph wrecks the internet.
No, it breaks the internet. That's the name of the
Breaks.
movie.
Okay, look. I got nothing.
I got nothing. I got nothing.
So, so I assume we have to talk about the new voice actors.
There's new voice actors?
Yeah. Well, only for a few of them. Silver is now voiced by Bryce Papenbrook, aka Kirito from Sword Art Online, Aaron from Attack on Titan.
I didn't want to remember the first one, but the second one's alright.
Blaze,
know Blaze
and
has a new
Omoshino
one.
are now voiced by Erica Lundbeck, who is Futaba from Persona 5.
I know
Cool.
I know that Zavok is now voiced by Patrick Seitz, who did Scorpion in Mortal Kombat 9.
He's got
Among
Meguri and
other-
Kill la Kill. In fact, he's done a lot of anime
Yes.
stuff before Mortal Kombat.
Yes, yes, he does. And he's
Hooray,
also
we're
German
talking
from
about weed
Italia. Remember that show? Does
I was
talking about
anyone
Mortal Kombat.
remember Italia? Please tell. Does anyone remember Italia?
I don't want to remember that show.
I don't.
Those were dark times, Sarah.
Just like Team Dark in this game, the segue.
Hey, winner.
Hey, winner. Those are dark times. You can remember it, but I don't want to.
Fuck you.
We love you too, Sarah.
Oh God, now I have to leave.
Do we?
All right.
Do we really?
No.
I guess, you know what? No, I'll be Tails this time. I'll be a technique
know what?
type.
Also, I
Ooh.
found out something interesting today that the person who did the opening for Tekken 5 was the same singer behind the original DuckTales opening.
Woohoo.
Oh.
Why?
Look it up. Look up Tekken 5 opening song.
That's a weird correlation.
Hey, when you're a singer for hire, you know, you go where the jobs come.
So, in other words, let's talk about the fact that apparently that Batman TMNT movie does not have that scene that people wanted.
Nope.
That wasn't
This
in
is
the
where
comics.
my parents died, Raphael. It's not in the movie.
But Batman says pizza
Why
time.
not?
You know what?
It's the scene we never knew we deserved.
I actually tweeted at the writer of the movie because the movie is actually different from the comic book in a few areas. Namely, the movie has no Splinter. In the comic book, because obviously the DC universe and the Turtle universe, they're different. You know, they're alternate dimension types of thing, and so there's a plot line where the Turtles have to get back to their own dimension, otherwise they'll demutate and essentially die. That's not in the movie at all. Just in the movie, I guess the Turtles just live in the DC universe for whatever reason.
What?
Yeah.
I mean,
so-
Injustice.
So I asked the writer that, I was like, was removing Splinter and all that stuff just to save time, and he was like, yeah, pretty much. And then I asked about, was there ever a version of the script that included, this is when my parents died, Raphael, and he said, no, unfortunately, the story they did, because the movie kind of follows the comic book, but there's like scenes here and there that are directly lifted from the book, and I guess the basic plot is kind of from the comic, but like the overall story is more of its own thing. And so he just said in terms of the story they were doing, there just wasn't room for Batman and Raphael to go off on their own mission, which is kind of what happens in
Well,
the
I
comic
mean,
book.
it makes sense if they live in the same place. I mean, Injustice 2 had them in the same.
My real question about that entire movie is how was the licensing going for that?
What do you
Because DC is like a different thing from something like Nickelodeon or something like that. Because the
Well,
TMNT are owned by Nickelodeon, if I remember.
mean? Yes, Team and T are made, but I think it was because Warner Brothers made it. I'm going to assume they just licensed out use of the Turtles from Nickelodeon because they've worked together now on 4 separate comic crossovers. So obviously there is a connection. Plus the Turtles were in Injustice 2, as was previously
Yeah.
said. So clearly there is a working relationship. I assume kind of like Sega and Capcom, when during the like Sonic and Mega Man crossovers, or like 2 of them and stuff like that. So obviously those companies work together. Obviously, I'm gonna assume for something like that. I mean, obviously, Turtles is a beloved brand. It's one of my favorites. But I'm gonna assume Nickelodeon would like the being paired with Batman, one of the biggest brands on the planet. So I can't see Nickelodeon saying no to that.
Yeah, true.
Anytime soon,
And also, I'm curious about why you said in this tweet about this movie has your favorite incarnation of Mikey.
Yeah.
Like, what
Yeah,
about the other versions of Mikey? Like the
What about it?
2003?
Yes. Yeah.
What about it?
What about him? This one's
The
my
80s.
yes,
Well,
Sarah.
Are
Oh
aren't
my
those
God!
good?
Shut up! Jesus
See,
fucking
Sarah, shut
Christ.
up.
have a gun.
Fucking hell! Are you fucking Michelangelo spokesperson? Shut up!
Hashtag not all Mikeys.
I'm
I
just
like
saying.
it.
You made it sound like that those other Mikey sucked.
I never said that at all. I never implied I didn't like any of that one. I said this was my favorite. Just because you implied that, that's a problem with you.
It sounds like a
you
you.
problem.
It sounds like a you
It
problem.
is, that is literally a you problem, Sarah.
For my money, that's a you problem.
From my money, that's a you problem. But no, I just thought that like pretty much, I laughed consistently at this Michelangelo. Other ones like the 2012 Michelangelo they made him too stupid. Which is, if we're gonna get on the subject of Michelangelo, I prefer no in my money for my money, the best Michelangelos aren't stupid. They're at most just kind of like naive. But 2012 Michelangelo was just stupid.
I was gonna say that my favorite like debacle with like licensing stuff is obviously like Disney and Marvel and Capcom, because like with what happened with Marvel 3 and Marvel vs. Capcom, because like
Oh god.
because obviously they didn't own Fox at the time, so they're like, no, I don't want them. They have their own thing, so just make our stuff more money.
Yeah, well, I mean, like this, it's also weird because if you believe some of the things, I think there was some Reddit post by someone who worked at Capcom, and apparently Disney were just being very like they had very weird claims like for using their license in that one, like in marketing, like Marvel characters were never allowed to show them being beaten by like a Capcom character. I'm like, weird.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's the thing. And like one more thing is that there are more
One
Marvel
more
characters
thing.
in that game.
Yeah,
There's one more Marvel character in that game than Capcom.
which really fucks up the character select screen. It makes it uneven.
To be fair, that game was kind of a bit of a train wreck.
And-
Well, we got the
I've never
Infinity
played it.
Egg.
I've never played it. From what I've heard, some people say it's fun. It's just kind of not as
It
polished.
just kind of exists, really.
It's good. I'm about to make a controversial statement. I'm saying like in terms of pure gameplay, not roster or graphics, it's the best Marvel vs. Capcom game. Just everything else
heard-
just
yeah.
makes it.
I've heard that, yeah.
It's so. Would it be fair to compare in terms of the Marvel vs. Capcom thing? Would it be fair to compare it to the Street? Would it be fair to say it's the Street Fighter V of it, or
I
no?
have no idea.
Ish, kind of, sort of, maybe depends on how they want to tackle marketing, all that.
Yeah.
The end.
This isn't the end. But
I still don't know why this game has such a boner for heroes. Like of all games to have.
I'm pretty sure that's just because the other Sumo Digital racing games, most of their Sonic tracks just came from Heroes. Like,
I mean, yeah, but like 3 of the 7 zones are from Hero.
yes, which I want to say they're all just rehashes from the previous, not rehashes, but like they're just tracks taken from
I have
the
a,
previous Sumo Digital games.
I have a theory about that actually.
A game.
A game
A
theory.
game theory. I actually have a theory about it. 2000s nostalgia. It's coming in. People growing up with like the PS2 and the GameCube, and some of them might have remembered Heroes, I guess.
Some of them.
Some of them.
So,
Somebody has to like Heroes there. Somebody has to feel nostalgia
You
for
You know,
Sonic.
a lot of people do. When we did Sonic Zeros, and when we were shitting on the game, because I don't think any of us involved liked Heroes. You'd be surprised at the amount of people who get kind of pissy when somebody says,
it's
I
the
don't
internet.
I don't like this game online.
it's the internet.
I wish it
I'm
was.
gonna say this right now. I'm not the biggest fan of Heroes, but at least I can play it better than Shadow the Hedgehog.
You're wrong, but that's fine.
Dude, that game fucking drags. I'm sorry. I can't beat it. I can't fucking beat that game.
It drags you by the legs and demands you to run.
It dragged me by the legs, tied me to a chair, and demanded that I play Westopolis 10 times.
You know what? I will say that's a bit of a bummer, but I think Westopolis is actually, for better or worse, is actually one of the better levels in the game. If
It's the
you-
best level in the game because it's one of the easiest to go through.
and it's got a really fun music track.
Kinda, yeah. It's the only. If it makes you feel any better, Westopolis is the only track I actually remember from Shadow.
I think it's one of June's favorites because when he did his first kind of solo compilation album, The Works, there were only two songs from from Sonic on that CD. One was his remix of Dreams of Absolution from the 06 vocal track album, and the other was
I didn't even know there was one.
yeah, and the other was Westop. Oh, June's remix of Dreams of Absolution is I think is my favorite version of that song. But
I gotta listen to that.
Better than the Team Sonic. Better than the TSR version.
you know what? I didn't know there was a version of. You mean,
It's it's his like ultimate theme, which means that he's like
no.
20 seconds
I'm
long.
talking about an actual full like remix song, not just like a 30-second soundbite.
Ah. Is there a remix song?
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
yeah. It's if you look at the what is the 06 vocal album called?
Oh yeah, that one. Isn't that the one on? Well, is it on Spotify? I don't
I'm
remember.
not sure. If you go onto YouTube and just type in "Dream of an Absolution" June Sonoy, you'll find it.
Ah. All right. I'll probably do that later.
Better.
So, did anyone check? So, Gareth, did you check out Linky's tweet about his Sonic music tier list?
No, who's Linky?
You know Johnny's friend,
Who? Who's Johnny?
Good King Linky.
Who are you?
You're talking
I
to him right
posted,
now.
I
Where am I?
posted it in the Patreon.
Where am I? What is this game?
It's an interesting
Dude, this-
tweet.
Sarah, this is the FTCR chat, not the Some Call Me Johnny chat.
Exactly. Where am I?
What
Who are
is
you?
this? Please help me.
Get out my house.
They're friends, but they're not exactly involved with each other that closely.
Get off my lawn,
You damn kids.
Damn kids.
damn Zoomers.
Yeah, what a stupid place to put a wall. Hashtag got him. No, so the tier list. No, is it like a good tier list?
Way too much to count. There's just like
Uh,
half of it is just stuff that I just never played, and then everything else. Like the only games that are in the bad tier are, let's see, Chronicles, Drift 2 for some
you
reason,
put
and
CD in
Machine.
the okay tier.
You put what?
CD in the OK tier.
Which version, Japanese or American?
Doesn't specify. I'm gonna lynch him. I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
I'm choking out.
Bad OST. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Machine. Okay. That's okay. There's one thing. There's one thing I'll give that game. Okay, it's basically just Puyo Puyo reskinned.
It is literally
But
Puyo
Puyo
Puyo reskin,
but-
which is why the
but
Japanese version
the
of the Mega
music-
Drive Mini has Puyo Puyo, and we get Mean Bean Machine.
Yeah, baby.
But you have to admit the music is pretty kick-ass.
I won't lie, it's been a while since I've actually sat down and listened to that soundtrack. But if it's a Sonic Team original soundtrack, I assume it's going to be good. So
Well, not necessarily. It's more if you like Puyo Puyo sound, then Mean Bean Machine is actually kind of similar.
the only Puyo Puyo game I've played is Mean Bean Machine, and I played Puyo Puyo Tetris for like an hour. So sure.
Basically, Puyo Puyo on the Genesis sounds kind of similar, as in same synth patches and stuff like that, and similar instrumentation.
I mean, I hope it is. It's on the same system.
It's on the same system, and it's a reskin of.
Like you turn it on, and it's like the Super Nintendo sound file. I was like, what the hell am I doing?
Also, what? Also, is Free Rider supposed to be there? I don't even remember that game.
Free Riders actually has a pretty bitchin' OST. It only has like 10 tracks, but they're all pretty sweet.
It might, but as much as it
Shake
may
it,
have a
shake
good
it, shake
soundtrack,
it, baby.
I try my best not to remember that game.
Come on, everyone loves that video. Everyone loves that game. It's everyone's favorite game to play on Valentine's Day.
Oh
That's
god.
why to this day the best pairing is Gareth and Chris OT.
Best OST, Sonic 2.
Well, we did that.
Um,
We had some more Chris and me action when we did the Yakuza streamers. That was fun. Chris, you need to
It's
fucking
not the same.
you need to fucking move to Ohio so we can stream that every week. 'Cause that was fun.
Sonic OT. Oh, Sonic R is on
Sonic
the best OST. He did something right. He did something right. Great OST. Lost World, Generations 3. Yes.
Well, technically
Generations
speaking,
twice.
It does. It
technically
does.
speaking, they do have different tracks, so that's
It do. It does count. It does count. It does
Got
count.
him.
Secret rings.
Let the speed mend it.
Speed mended.
It's Eva
Who's gonna
Mendes.
rock the place? Place.
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 Who's gonna
Oh,
rock the place?
Oh, for
Place.
good
Place.
OST, Sonic
Place.
Force.
Place.
Okay, you can stop now.
I'm sorry.
For good OST, put Sonic Forces.
Wait, what?
He put Sonic Forces under good OST.
Sonic Forces better be lower on that. Oh god, no.
Okay,
Okay,
you said,
Link.
wait,
Okay,
what?
Link
I
is.
didn't-
Okay, Link key is automatically wrong.
When you said wait, what? I didn't know if you either didn't hear her or just extremely like taken aback.
I'm taken back by why Forces is on the good OST list. I'm sorry, no.
I mean, I was like, I do like a probably about maybe a quarter of that OST, but I think a lot of it I do end up skipping.
I couldn't stand it. A lot of it used. The songs I could actually tolerate use the same fucking Supersaw synthesizer used in
Yeah.
every fucking EDM track, or any kind of generic EDM track, and it's just kind of.
I will say
It's so there. It's like Sonic 4. It's just so there, and it sounds the same.
I get you, but I mean, for me, it's really I've said
Well, other
this,
than the remixes.
I've said this before, but for me, it's all about the orchestral tracks. Those are some of the best in the fucking franchise.
Honestly, yeah. That's only the tracks I could actually really enjoy from that.
For me, it's the orchestral tracks. A lot of the boss remixes, like the Zavok boss fight, the Metal Sonic, and the first two Infinite boss fights, I think are really good themes. I like a handful of the Sonic tracks, like the
The
first.
episode Shadow ones.
Oh god, the episode Shadow remixes are fucking perfection.
Yeah.
That remix of Westopolis is so fucking good.
Like if it were me, I would have moved it down to okay tier.
Yeah.
Don't
it's
you
just like
sniff
a
at me.
portion- For me, though, especially saying this as a musician that always like experiments with like different stuff, it kind of gets, I don't know, diluted in a sense after hearing the same super
Just
saw on a lot of
homogeneous.
tracks. Yes, homogenous in a sense. Where if you know what I'm talking about, the super saw, that one synth instrument that sounds really sharp but not at the same time.
Yeah, it is. I mean, a lot of the modern tracks sound similar. I mean, I don't really care
The
for
same-
the
the s-
Avatar songs either. I'm like,
The same. Imagine if the menu sounds from Sonic Riders were its own instruments. That's what I'm talking about.
For a second, I was hoping you'd say the option menu from Sonic Spinball.
No, but the Genesis cracks. The Genesis stuff they try to do in there is pretty damn close to that.
I thought you were gonna say
You know
it-
what? I
think-
will say for all of these like games like Sonic 4 and Genesis and generational that trying to go for like a Mega Drive style, Forces comes the closest to actually sounding like it's on a Mega Drive. I mean, I think the melodies are probably some
The
of the
melodies
weakest
work
in
the
the
best
game.
about it. The reason Generations kind of does what it does and kind of meanders with that concept is mainly because, oh, we have the drums from Sonic 2, but it's a modern state, so we may as well just arrange it kind of differently.
You know what? And it honestly,
And it works for it at least because it's an event and it's an anniversary game, and it makes a little bit more sense.
You know, this honestly pains me to say, but I think some of Jun Sonoi's remixes for his own classic levels, like they're not even trying to be classic remixes in the style of the rest of the game. Like if you listen to his versions of Emerald Coast, they just sound like he just decided to redo them. There's nothing like whenever like Tommy Otani redid like say Rooftop Run, both of those remixes sound distinct. They sound like they sound like there's different styles
Yeah.
to them, and it fits in with the kind of musical theme that the game was going for. June's
Yeah.
remixes are just like it just sounds like he wanted just to redo Emerald Coast, and it's like
Like, that's like
your mushroom hill is so
the
good,
thing
June.
is-
Why not try harder?
And the thing is, like, Radical Highway Modern sounds like absolute garbage. I'm just gonna say.
But you
That's-
know what? You know
no,
what? Like
that-
a lot of people hate that track. At least that's going for a style. You know,
A
unlike
sort of experimental IDM style.
yes,
If you know
which
what IDM is.
it's going. It's at least it's going. At least it's trying something new. Which again,
It doesn't.
Which
It
again,
doesn't necessarily fit with Radical Highway, but I can appreciate what it's doing.
exactly. Which again, unfortunately, to go back to Emerald Coast, neither of those. It doesn't feel like those were trying to be in a different style. It just seems like they were just re-recorded again. You know.
I honestly really would have appreciated if Forces went the Lost World route of how it did its stuff. Like a lot more. I wouldn't say synthesized stuff, but more or less the orchestral stuff. Because again, the orchestral stuff in Forces is honestly the best part of the soundtrack.
Alright, so the fucking London Film.
I just wish there was fucking
fucking
more of it. I honestly just wish they would have gone full on Lost World, and just did like everything like pretty much orchestrally.
No, that's the reason, because like they kind of went like the reverse route of what Generations did. They did the orchestral for the cutscenes, but the synth for the.
Well, yeah, I think aside from both Unleashed and Lost World used their orchestra to do the cutscene for the siege opening. Forces
Yes.
Forces is the only game in the franchise that uses an orchestra for not every single cutscene track, but a handful of them. And it's honestly something I wish if they're gonna do that, just go the extra mile and use the orchestra for everything. Because again, those
Honestly.
orchestral tracks sound so
We-
fucking good.
Yeah, and the synthesizer stuff just sounds kind of samey
Yes.
or generic. Like again, imagine what I mean by the super saw, with the super saw wave. Imagine if the sound effects for the menu of Sonic Riders, the kind of sharp, almost ear-grating sounds a little bit. It sounds like super high-pitched a little bit, if you can get what I'm describing.
I think so. Yeah.
Imagine if that was an instrument. And that's basically a lot of the modern stages and Forces. And it annoyed the fuck out of me.
I still have a hard time believing that has a 4-year development cycle.
It doesn't. They took 4 years to think about the game, then took 2 years to actually
Well,
make
no,
it.
I think that 4-year development cycle is more in terms of how much they spent developing Hedgehog Engine 2. I don't think the actual development on Forces took 4 years. Although even
Well, in that regard, then that's also time wasted because they build up the
Generations
Hedgehog
looks
Engine
better.
2. Yeah, because with all that time spent on the Hedgehog Engine 2, you'd think the game would look a lot better than this.
again,
That's like
it's weird that Generations looks better than Forces does.
that's the weird thing about.
It's
that's
not
the
even
weird-
just it's not even just looking better because yes, the graphics engine technically is better. It's the style, the entire style of
That's
Forces.
that-
That's the
is-
biggest problem. The entire style that Forces is going for, a much darker tone, it doesn't clash well with what the Hedgehog engine is supposed to do,
Like,
which is
that's the
very
thing.
colorful,
That's-
beautiful areas. It doesn't clash well with the post-apocalyptic setting, and that's why it looks like shit no matter how graphical the game looks.
Like that's a thing. That's a thing because I was gonna say because I think people found out that it's only like a slightly modified version of the engine used in Mario and Sonic at the 2016 Olympic. And like people really found that out in the files of it. It was like
So we're
So we're
suspiciously.
not even sure if it actually is the Hedgehog engine or not.
Well,
It
that's
is.
what
They
Sega
just
said.
rebranded it.
Well, unless that game used the Hedgehog engine too. Well, the Hedgehog engine 1.5, I like to call it then.
You know
The
what?
one-
I'm gonna head out. I'm getting fairly tired, sleepy.
All right.
Okay, Sarah,
Well-
thanks for joining. I'll try and do another stream of this in the next few days. Because you know what, but I will say, I had Transform. I was a big fan of Transform, but I am pathetically bad at racing games. I think
I mean, I don't even have this game.
Well, then, how do you sleep at night? But it's a thing was like, I'm not sure if it's just either I've gotten better or the game was made a bit easier. Probably the latter, because again, I am shockingly bad at all video games. But you know what, I'm enjoying
Soccer.
this. I'm enjoying this so much. This is fun. You know, I will be completely honest. When this game was first announced, it didn't look that good, especially coming off after Transformed. I think a lot of people felt that way, which is why Sega delayed it all those months. Which you know what, I have to give props to Sega. They have been doing that. Over. Okay, that's it.
All right, good night.
That's the one
Alright.
bit of advice that they actually really needed to listen to. Not just what we want in the game, but just something that'll objectively make the game a lot better, and that's delaying it so you have more time to actually finish it.
Yes, which they've done that a few times. Over the last was it they did it with Sonic 4. They did it with Mania. They did it with.
They did it with, I think, Sonic Boom Shadow Crystal.
That's why
No,
they.
it was
that's
no,
why
it
they said
was it
spring.
was it was Fire and Ice. Fire and
No, it
Ice.
was Fire and Ice. It was Fire and Ice.
Yeah.
I keep comparing the two because they kind of look the same.
No, I was good. I didn't care about this game when it was first revealed. Then I saw that the Wisps were items. I was like, "Where's my goddamn wall?" And I
Well, see, 'cause that's the thing is, as much as I really enjoy the All Stars racing games, and it is a shame to see those Sega characters taken out because really those were the first time Sega used those in like a while. The fact that all of the items were just like generic, you would think like the speed boost would be like Sonic shoes. You think like things like some of the projectiles could be like weapons from Golden Axe, what have you. It's kind of weird how
Yeah,
the
it's
items
honestly
were so
really
the
weird.
items were so generic. At least in this one, making them wisps makes perfect sense.
It
The
makes
thing-
perfect sense in the concept of a Sonic racing game, I guess.
the thing is, they used speed shoes in the first racing game, and that was it. That's really it in terms of.
really?
Yeah.
In Sonic Drift, or no,
I mean, in
it was
All
in
Stars Racing.
Oh, no, Stars Racing. Sorry. I
In Drift, they're just color. They're just boxes with colors in them.
Yeah. Hedgehog Engine 0.7.
0.2.
So, we're here to announce the Hedgehog Engine 0.
The Hedgehog Engine 0.2, birthed by sleep, a fragmentary passage.
See, these types of stages I am not good at. I wonder if.
I just find it charming that like Glacier Land is like an amalgamate of like references from other games. Like I think it's like Icebound from Advance and like Cool
Cool.
Edge.
Star Killer. I also want Mecha Godzilla in a car.
Can we just get the Eclipse Cannon in a car somehow?
Can we just make the Eclipse Cannon just sentient?
Like
I want him in the next Sonic game. Come on.
something the size of
I want
Inflatable in the
Something-
next Sonic game.
just something the size of a continent, just in a tiny go kart.
I mean,
Yeah, just
I play it.
can we just have a game where we just play as the Eclipse Cannon?
Sonic Adventure 2 from the perspective of the Eclipse Cannon.
Stare at the Earth and then you just piss on the moon after.
Wait, isn't it part of the Ark? So we're just playing as the Ark. We're just
Yeah.
playing as the pilot shoving the Ark up its ass.
Oh no, I don't want to see that in VR.
So for like the end of the game, that's all it is. You just have to generate power while it's in the bio lizard's ass.
I mean, I've jerked off to less. I mean, what?
I wonder how
Here's
many
the-
hits that'll get on Pornhub.
2,
Two. Just
3,
two.
3.
Just yeah, that's being generous. Just three.
Just 3.
Just three.
And 3 of them are from the Biolizard.
Three of them are from the BioLizard. That's the only viewer.
So anyone here excited for a little movie that's coming out next week called Godzilla King of the Fucking Monsters?
I thought you were gonna say like the Sonic movie, or and then it was like next week. I was like, oh wait, no.
You know, as much as I'm not a huge Godzilla aficionado, it looks fucking sick.
Looks fuck, dude. I cannot fucking wait. King Ghidorah. King Ghidorah is my favorite fucking kaiju ever. I would watch 1,000 movies of King Ghidorah just like babysitting his grandkids. That guy, I fucking love that guy so much. I don't know. I have no idea if what I'm doing is good or bad, but it's probably bad.
Just like in real life.
Exactly, just like in real fucking life. You get me.
They get when they announced Team Rose and saw that like Cream was replaced with like a Magitell, everyone was upset. I was like, "Holy mother of Lord Satan's left nipple!" They added Chao into the game. This is the best game of all.
I'm gonna be real honest. I never got the Chow Garden.
No,
There's the door. There's the door.
No,
You
I
can
never.
go through.
I never gave a fuck about the Chow Garden. I play a Sonic game to fucking for Sonic speed, not really
Yeah,
stupid
same.
flying blue rat things.
I mean, if you enjoy that kind of stuff, power to you. It's just
Yeah.
not for me. It's kind of a bit of a distraction to me, really.
My thing, it's it kind of sucks how
I just
like-
wish they'd make a damn app for it so people could shut up about it.
I think what sucks is for me it's the fact that like for like SA, you know, the SA1 and SA2 to 100% the game you have to do that shit. It's like I don't want to fucking.
Oh god, no!
It's
Just
like
no.
it's like putting missions in the levels. I get that, but it's I don't want to have to waste hours raising Chow to unlock.
I don't want to have to. I don't.
I don't want to have to waste money
I
raising
wanna-
Chow to unlock a very shitty Green Hill Zone.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
Sorry,
I don't want to think about breeding Chow.
I do.
No, I was gonna say like it's still not as bad as like the LS rank reward in Unleashed H.
Like, imagine if they just upgraded. Just. If they just upgraded the Chow Garden to just have like different. I don't know.
Like people meme on Mario Sunshine's 100% completion, but Unleashed is even worse.
Yeah,
Unleashed
Johnny,
HD.
Johnny, you fucking madman.
You
What?
get nothing. You lose. Good
Good.
days.
Good day, sir.
Alright, let me try this. Avoid being eliminated. Just like in real life.
Finally.
I can't hear much of it, but the soundtrack's pretty fucking tight, as the kids say.
T. Lopes, you did it again.
Well, it's Jun Chinoy. Oh, Jun Chinoy is like.
Yusunoi and T. Lopes.
Well,
And
I think it's more. Well,
yeah.
Jun's the sound designer. I think he brought in like T-Lopes for a few tracks. He brought in like Hyper Potions for a few tracks. I'm not sure if Tomio Oteni did anything on this one.
The Avengers Infinity War is the most ambitious crossover of them.
Hold my beer. Avengers
Hold my
Endgame
beer.
is the most ambitious crossover. Hold my beer.
We got T. Lopes automatic win.
You got T. Lopes. That's more ambitious.
And Hyper
I am
Potions.
inevitable.
I
I
am
am inevitable.
I am T. Lopes.
he snaps and it's like bass boosted Studiopolis.
Doo-ga-doo, 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 doo-ga-doo. I wish that was a track in this game.
No, there's a
Bass-
Studiopolis palette that you can apply to your.
Why haven't they released the damn soundtrack to Mini on
Oh
Spotify
no
yet?
no wait. No, they have a theme for a certain level, and as some people say that it's spelled with one word and it's hydrosity because that's how they spell it. They spell hydrosity with one word. We have won. We have won this war.
So Hydro City.
That's right.
It's spelled with one word.
Well, to be fair, I mean, Hydrosity does kind of sound badass, but
Got him.
It's
I
not
got
right.
him. Wait.
it's still not right.
I got him. Wait until
But
the
it's a
peoples
but
hear
it's
this.
a but it's the right kind of wrong. I don't know why.
It's a meme. It's a right kind of
I don't know. It just feels right, but I know it's the wrong pronunciation.
Shut up.
sounds cool.
Shut up.
Shut up. Cube. So I haven't, aside from hearing a bit of the new Knuckles, I haven't heard much of the new voice cast. I wonder if it's, anyone know if these, you know, changes are permanent or if like it's just for like this game?
I mean, I guess it's just like it's a spin-off, so they're like, I don't fucking just.
'Cause
Money.
it's
We'll
like,
just get some anime voice actors. Who cares?
well, it's like I can understand Laura Bailey not like, you know, returning to what the fuck happened? Not returning to Blaze because she'd only done it like once or twice, and most of Blaze's dialogue is like 2 lines in a game.
Because
But
they never brought her back as a playable character.
it's like, you know, after the extent of Sonic Boom, you know, I would have thought that Knuckles would have been one of Travis Whittingham's. Hopefully, you know, you'd hope one of his, you know, he enjoyed voicing the role. So him not coming back, that actually surprised me. You know, everyone else for like Silver being replaced and all that, like those characters barely show up and they have like 4 lines in a game. But like Travis Whittingham as Knuckles, that honestly shocked me that he didn't come back for that. I wonder.
But the guy who's in this game is a very good sound alike. I'll give him that.
Yeah, you know, it sounds like it's a case of like it sounds like him, but like you can tell it's not him. If that makes any sense, like it sounds close enough. To
Sounds like
to
what
Travis
Roger
Whittingham.
Craig Smith.
Yes,
sounds like what
yes,
Roger
it
Craig.
does. It sounds like
But
Roger
nothing-
Craig Smith doing it.
Nothing can beat Dan Green though.
We know what's funny because when Travis Whittingham first got the role, a lot of people liked it because he said it was very, very close to Dan Green. So a lot of people felt like the transition of Knuckles was the smoothest because they sounded pretty comparable
Yeah.
to each other.
While Sonic and Tails in Colors was very, very drastic.
Yes. Because again, with Tails, it was, you know, nothing against Amy Plant, but outside of Sonic Unleashed, Tails never sounded like a boy, really.
Yeah, because it never until like 2010, Tails for a long while didn't sound like a boy. He sounded like it was obvious that it was. I don't want to say it that way, but it was kind of obvious.
Do it,
it
you
was a
coward.
woman doing a boy's trying to do a boy's voice, but ending up sounding like an even younger child
Well,
than what Tails is supposed to be, or something like that.
I think the reason they did that was because before Amy Plant, when, you know, in the original Sega voice cast, they actually hired
had-
young boys, but they kept on aging out of the roles. That's why Tails went through 3 actors
Oh
in
yeah.
the span of like
Yeah.
5 years.
I was gonna say it's kind of hilarious to me because like they got rid of Travis Willingham, but they got
It's
in
like
Kyle.
It's like the
Davis,
situation
so-
with Gumball.
So between games they got rid of one Street Fighter voice actor and got another got in another.
We know
It's
which.
it's kind of like the Sorry.
That's right.
Sorry. It's thinking about the Tails situation from then. It kind of reminds me of the Amazing World of Gumball, where like every few years Gumball's voice would always just crack, and they'd have to replace him with someone younger again.
Oh really?
And
Oh.
they
Yeah.
always make plot lines based on that.
Yeah, they always made plot lines based on that.
So we know what that's better than Hey Arnold, where Hey Arnold went for like 5 actors.
Oh God.
Duh. No, I think like Adventure Time did it the best because like because like the actor like is growing at the same time that Finn is, so it's just kind of like natural.
I remember when he was starting to grow up, he was like a cast member on that short-lived
Oh
thing
yeah.
called Incredible Crew.
God damn, I forgot about that.
The one thing I can also take away from that show was Shamik Moore, who starred in Dope and later was Miles in Spider-Verse, I think. I didn't think he'd step up his career that drastically from fucking Incredible Crew. God damn. He went from a very terrible all that-esque
Yeah, all
thing,
that ask.
thing on Cartoon Network that's like 20 years late to fucking voicing the main character in arguably the best animated movie in a long time.
Wait, the prankster. I'm skipping the cutscenes. How? Nothing's popping up.
No, you have to press. I think it's either the triangle button or the square button. I can't remember
What, for
to watch the
cutscenes?
actual cutscenes. Yeah,
Oh fuck.
because there's a button. There's a button to enter the level with and without cut.
Oh, okay. Can you re-enter levels and watch?
Yes.
Them? Okay, because
Yeah.
that's you was thinking story mode. I mean, that's like giving Sonic a run button. That's like don't do that.
Oh yeah, it's Lost World.
Oh, wait a minute.
I wonder if there's a mod for Lost World that just flat out removes the run button.
I'm sure on PC there is.
There better be, because I did not
No,
like it.
no, it removes the run button, so all you can do is walk.
All you could do. Honestly, I'd have more control walking Sonic than running.
I mean, that's how momentum works.
I guess, but
But what?
I mean, I'm not saying it's not the game's fault. I'm just saying that's also how momentum works.
I mean, yeah, but when you're too real, you're too real.
You're too fucking real, son.
I don't know whether to take that as a compliment or an insult.
You're too fucking real.
So I'll take that as both.
Too fucking
Take
real.
it as both. Yeah, but it's too real. Sonic entered the real world. MTV.
I don't know why. I don't know why they chose Vector to be with Silver and Blaze with all things.
I also like that it's called Team Vector. Like, how the fuck did he get the star and credit?
Yeah,
Where's
they
the
never
Where the
never
fuck is
explain
Team
it.
Chaotix?
No, I think they explain that. They just don't know how. They just don't explain how they got to contact.
Okay, so what happened to the Chaotix again?
They're dead.
I think no. I think that I don't. I didn't remember watching all the cutscenes. I just know that like Tails called upon Vector like specifically for something. I don't remember.
Okay, so the Chaotix is just still in business. I honestly
Yeah, it is.
had canon that they just went out of business after a while. Like the money just didn't get right after Heroes,
what a
and
rich
especially after Generations.
And after all these years, FBO is no longer ready to.
Yes.
My life is a lie.
I never learned how to read.
I, I broke Vector's grill.
Real?
Pissed on his grill.
I don't know why I just imagine Vector just saying that.
Pissed on his grill, bro.
broke my grill?
Mr. Vector, I borrowed Big Brew. I'm brewing Big Barbecue.
That brought a George Foreman.
What, George Foreman?
You broke my grill?
Ugh. I just remember, like, with Steven and I fucking years ago, found that video, like, you broke my grammar, and we would just fucking watch that and just piss ourselves laughing. It was like, what? Like, whoever thought of doing that as a video is a fucking genius.
I was hoping you would just say you cut yourself off. We pissed ourselves.
We pissed ourselves. Steven and I would routinely watch that video and just urinate in our trousers.
On command.
On command.
On command.
Okay, I'm not doing good at this. I'm gonna try and keep going for a silver. Okay, replay race. Let's go.
I love how like the song that you get when you enter like the gotcha thing is a remix of "Can You Feel the Sunshine."
Oh, it is? Huh.
Alright.
Damn it.
I can feel it now. I can feel it now.
Are there
I
any
can feel-
remixes from Sonic R?
Don't mean I just said there's a "Can You Feel the Sunshine." I
He's like,
just
can you
said
feel the sunshine remix?
for my money. I just said
I'm
For
sorry.
my money.
My money. But yeah, Sonic R is like honestly kind of good.
what?
Soundtrack wise, anyway.
I thought you were just gonna say it was good as like the part.
I'm sorry.
Pardon
I-
me.
I'm sorry. I'm tired.
I passed silver. Thank you, whoever said to get the red one. Good job, Starkiller. I got silver. Hooray! Which means I get a point for this.
You get a
stupid level.
car. You get a car. You get a car.
You get a car, and you get a car. Everyone gets a
And you
car.
get the death penalty.
Oh shit!
Go to hell before you die.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm gonna quickly watch these cutscenes. Oh. I'm just gonna quickly watch the cutscene and then I will skip it because we've done these. But we gotta watch these cutscenes, damn it.
Yeah.
3 types of car? Oh my god, that's too many.
That's almost 3 types of car.
That's almost 3 types of the
Oh
same
no!
car.
Oh no! My finger pressed the skip cutscene button. Oh well, let's keep going.
Well, just move on and never look back.
let's just say we watch the cutscenes and move on.
They'll never
No
know.
one will know.
No one's watching anyway.
Exactly.
I'll skip it. No one will ever know.
No one will ever know. No, no.
I mean that's I get it for like replaying, like that's a good option to have, like to replay cutscenes. It's odd to me that on like a first run those cutscenes don't just play automatically. But what do I know? I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Wow, Skooks134 is our top fan at 100. Everyone else, be like him.
Skooks.
No way, Skooks! Huh, huh, huh?
Watch me swoosh right in.
It's Skooks.
No way, Skooks! Huh, huh, huh?
Also,
I love
finally-
how the camera pans. Like if you go to like Chow and Big, the camera pans up and then it pans back down. If you go to like Amy or Sonic, that's a.
Oh, by the way, I'm not really sure, but okay. How do I ask this? Has Twitch support ever been bad for anybody before?
I never had any problem with it.
Actually,
I've
no,
never
wait,
used it. to be
No,
honest
actually,
with you.
no. I think there's this one time where I bought like a bunch of bits for $5, and they just never processed. I was like, okay, I'll just contact them, and then it didn't work. I was like, okay, it's $5. It's payday.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's nowhere near as bad as like when the last 3 months where my account basically kind of got stolen. So I kept trying to do some password requests, and that wouldn't go through either because they keep saying the email doesn't match. So I had to contact support for that. And I've done that like 8 times, and they never responded to any of them, except like the last one that I did a month ago.
Let me guess, they denied it.
They didn't even deny it, they just never replied.
Ah,
Those
They
meanies.
ghosted me for They ghosted me for 3 months on end until they
Ghosted
actually helped me. Literally
time to
today.
shoot 'em.
They helped me literally today, and now I have my account back.
Time to delete all those mean tweets about him.
Like, has Twitch support ever been that bad for anybody, or is it just me, or does the world just hate me?
Let's go with option 2.
Let's go with option C.
That goes about right.
I gotta say though, I'm loving this kind of like gentle, like piano version of Greenlight Ride over the loading screen. It's real good.
I don't know why I love it when games have loading theme.
I love it when games, and Sonic games used to do this a lot, or they still to an extent, where like the main theme is just remixed a lot for like game over, loading, main menu, all that kind of stuff.
The one thing in terms of gameplay that I really don't like about this game is how like if you get hit by an item, you just stop. Like you don't even like slow down. You just like immediate.
Did everyone saw how literally my 2 teammates just fucked me over there?
Wait a minute. Wait a hot
It's-
cold.
It's just like the classic games.
I love Cindy Robinson as Amy.
I think this is like the best version of her, like in terms of character.
I also just
She's
lo-
also the least annoying.
I also just love Cindy Robertson in general. So
She's also the least annoying
FBI,
Amy voice I
open
think
up.
I've ever heard.
you know, I've actually liked. I think this is just my opinion, my gamer opinion, as it were. But I think I think Amy has had as one of the characters who have had across the board decent voice actors. I mean, I know, but based on your comment, you say she's the one who's not annoying. But I enjoyed Jennifer Doudrillard and
No, I was just speaking in
Lisa
terms of
Ortiz.
Amy voices.
Well, but I'm saying like I think Amy Rose. I've always enjoyed Amy's voices.
I think she's had like the best character development like across the series, like be it
Honestly, yeah.
intentional or unintentional.
Honestly, same. Like Knuckles' purpose is just forgotten. Tails barely uses his tails.
I mean, he uses them almost every game to fly. If you're talking about that,
And he's
I'm talking about in like recent games where you never get to play as him anyway. So whatever.
And he's also a coward now.
It's also just a complete fucking coward.
Rocket.
But Amy just seems kind of like the smoothest transition, where I don't know, something about her just seems kind of different these days.
like less crush dependent.
Yeah, almost like she's growing up.
Well, you know what that was a big thing in that's one of the reasons in some regards, like this in terms of SA2, like Amy at the end of SA1 has a very clear I've grown as a character and I'm gonna continue to grow, and then SA2 they just abandon that straight away.
Exactly.
Part of me thought like her rescuing him from prison was kind of like a, haha, like you kind of caught yourself, and I'm just kind of being cocky.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Skip cutscene.
Yeah.
The wisp announcer voice skip cutscene.
Exit game.
Why do I just imagine
You have selected no.
why do I just imagine a wisp announcement of someone just saying cock and ball torture?
Cock and ball torture.
From Cock and ball torture from Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about where the meme comes from. It's just the Wikipedia audio recording of the cock and ball torture page. That's real. I'm not kidding. That's real. That's real.
I'm not saying you're lying. I'm just saying that's weird.
I know. And the best part about it isn't even the subject matter. It's the guy's microphone. It constantly peaks. It constantly beaks. It constantly peaks. I'm sorry. Like every time he just pronounces the letter P, it just goes like like cock and ball torture from Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia.
Why is this making me laugh? It really
I know. It's just the funniest shit.
I hate this.
The audio file is still on Wikipedia, by the way. You
I
can,
hate
you can
this.
find it.
Wait. Explain the setup again.
Okay. So the meme is that there's this audio file of someone recording the cock and ball torture Wikipedia page, word for word, but the mic is always peaking.
Good point, well made.
And it's still on wikipedia.com, so you could just download it right now. It's
do
at
it.
this very day. It's existed
be-
since like 2012, actually, or 2010, actually.
Man, they gotta put that down on now.
And
That's what I call
and it's so fucking funny it became a meme.
now. No, that's what I call
No,
cock
that's
and
what I
ball
call
torture.
cock and ball torture.
Cock and ball torture from Wikipedia.
.com.
Volume 1 of 3. By now.
I need to find the full video of it, of someone just distorting it as well, and just playing some good music behind it.
Oh my god, my throat's sore now from laughing.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to post
No! You just had to go ahead and do that now, didn't you?
this. No. There, now I had to do it. There we go. I posted it in the wrong chat.
I just need to breathe. I just need to breathe.
You needed to
You did-
breathe, and
you
we
did-
had
you-
to hear you breathing. We
Yeah,
we had to
guys,
hear
you
you
guys are
breathing.
peeking the fuck out of the audio there, boys. Calm it down.
We haven't peaked yet.
You never
This
will.
live stream,
No. When I peek, it's intentional. He's not.
the live stream is peaked. The live stream is peaked, but the microphone is not.
Gangster's Paradise featuring the Wisp announcer.
You made a bad future.
As I walk through the valley.
Through the shadow of death.
I can't wait until the soundtrack gets dropped on Spotify. I'm gonna be all over that motherfucking shit.
I'm gonna download that.
I'm gonna
I
buy
thought
the.
you were gonna.
I'm gonna
I
buy
thought
the
you were gonna.
soundtrack. Oh my
thought you
god!
were
Look at
gonna
those!
say the
Look,
soundtrack,
look at the animated like sprite chow crowds.
Yeah.
I haven't seen crowds like that since WWF games on the N64.
Even Mario Kart 8 had like fully 3D rendered like audience members.
Yeah, they did. I think they just kind of cheaped out there.
Don't
This
text
game
me
was
about it.
delayed for 5 months. Garbage game. 0 out of 10. Don't play.
Might play again. I'm gonna give it a negative 100 out of 10. I'm definitely gonna play it again. It's the worst game
I
ever.
will only
I
see
love
it. I will
I hate
only
it.
see
I'm
it.
definitely gonna play it again.
I will only see it 3 more times.
It's 0 out of 10. It's better than Endgame.
Well, what is it? I actually want to see Endgame again.
It's good. It's good.
Well, I've seen it.
You have?
Yeah, that's why I said I want to see it again. Thereby implying
Oh.
I have seen it one time before.
For people that actually have seen Endgame, what do you guys think of it? Like, I don't want to get into spoiler territory,
If
but
you wanna hear my views, listen to the 2.5 hour podcast or with some Johnny.
plug.
Exactly. Plug for someone else's content. Fuck, I gotta stop doing that.
Yeah.
Was the charity?
No,
Can't do that for free.
That's why it's to chill.
That's why I paid $20 a month for patreon.com/fun.
Those physics right there. That's why I pay $20 a month for patreon.com/findthecomputerroom.
Please
Order
go
now.
there. I have a gun to my head. Please go there or else I get hurt.
Please hold there, I'm holding the gun. You better go there right now. You better go right now. You better go right.
Here's where I put my Patreon subscription. If I had one,
If I had money. No, I'm forcing you to have money.
Yeah, you have to get money
I'm
first.
forcing you to get money any way you can. To rob the bank. Rob the bank. To go to ftcr.com.
Please, our children need money.
I didn't come all the way from the future to lose.
Oh, Silver sounds like Silver. Good for him.
Sweet, let's do this. Hey, Silver. Long time.
He said long time no see. That hasn't been said in like a decade.
he said the thing. He said the thing. Cut the credits. Cut the credits.
Years from now, and journeyed back in time to participate.
It didn't cut the credits.
I know some other people have said this on Twitter, but I like the fact that this spin-off game gives a reason for why Silver is in the past, but Sonic Forces did not.
I don't know how cool he is,
In game, no. I never really like it when games have like rely on supplementary material to explain.
Oh yeah, I guess those comic things did. They also explain why Knuckles
They're
is in
they're
charge.
they're counted as canon, but believe it or not, I think Mortal Kombat 10 is worse because there's like a 20-year time skip, and then you have to read the comics to find out what happens during that time.
There's Mortal Kombat comics again?
Mortal Kombat 10, that was like 4 years ago.
Was it
I didn't even know about that. What the fuck?
was it just like a mini series or like a graphic novel? Because I assume
I
it's not an ongoing.
I think it was like a mini series, but it was pretty plot and tech.
I mean, I don't usually listen to go to Mortal Kombat for the plot anyway.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
like
Mortal Kombat
you
9 had a was pretty engrossing plot.
like literally, if you don't read the comics, you entirely skip out on Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade like having their own child and race.
Do I really need? I mean, even with that, like, I'm here to. I don't play Mortal Kombat for the plot. I'm here to. I'm here to
She's the
perform.
main protagonist of the game.
I just read it for the articles. I swear.
I play it for the. I play it for the blood.
Played for the blood.
I play for the boobs. I mean, yeah, what you said.
Played for the babality.
Babality.
The fucking beat ballot. Is that even
You-
still a thing in
No,
MK?
that was like a very short thing for like 3, and
Yeah,
then they brought
that-
it back in 9.
Oh, they did?
they brought it
I'll
back
be
in
honest with you, I have never been able to do a fucking fatality. I am so
They
bad at
they
those.
have a Freddy Krueger babal.
Oh, fucking A.
It's
I've-
like him popping up on like a baby carriage with like a teddy bear.
Unfortunately, it's the reboot Freddy Krueger, not the classic Robert England. And
Yeah, I was gonna say because
No, after you.
no, I was just gonna say because it's like kind of weird either way that he's in there because I know he's like technically like a specter. There's like way too many of those, but
Well, it's also,
Mortal
it's also
in Mortal Kombat.
It's also a thing with just because of all of the extra characters and shit on these NetherRealm games. I know that Ed Boon has been asked about it. I would fucking love for them to do a horror icon game, but I guess just the licensing is too much of a hassle.
Avengers Endgame is the most ambitious crossover.
Hold my beer.
I would play the fuck out of just a horror icon.
Honestly,
And it still crosses over with DC.
Yeah,
No.
fuck it, put Nightwing in there, because why not?
Well, I mean, they're putting Joker into Mortal Kombat, so it's not out of place.
Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter.
You know, that is the one thing I'm surprised they've never done.
Honestly, yes.
They can't use the excuse of like blood and stuff because they've shown a lot of blood in Street Fighter before.
Well, it's also
Like-
like if it's a thing of Street Fighter is too violent, just do the when Mortal Kombat crossed over with DC. I think one of the rules was that DC characters can't murder anyone. You can't have Superman can't be shown ripping out Sub-Zero's spine and shit like that.
Like that,
Honestly,
that's a
I
thing
really
because
don't
like every single game over screen in Street Fighter 2 has the characters like face beaten with blood on it, so that's
Yeah.
not really an excuse. Like I think there's like a cutscene where like one of the characters like rips open someone and there's like blood coming out. It's like Jesus.
Ah.
Eh. Damn, like this. I don't like this one bit.
I don't like this shit, Uncle G.
I don't like this.
This doesn't look very good for business. That doesn't look very good for anyone.
Zorn. I don't understand why Reach for the Stars is Sonic's theme again, because there's way better songs to
They
choose.
do that every time. I don't know why. I mean, I'm not complaining because
No.
I love that song.
I like the song, but like, give us a fucking "It Doesn't Matter" remix, It's also weird how Ruse's theme music in this game isn't a remix of "Flying the Freedom." It's just a remix of one of her levels.
Yeah, I think it's Security Hall.
Yeah.
I think they used some of the themes for Team Sonic Racing Overdrive, and it was kind of hilarious because when I found it was during the game, I was like, oh my god, they did the thing, they did the thing. I thought that was just gonna be like exclusive to the show.
Red's Gaming. The answer to that is yes. Well, technically they both reboot and old school kind of were, but they really amp up that aspect in the reboot, and it's just like no.
For what?
The question about reboot Freddy Krueger. I don't want to.
Oh.
I don't want to say the word on stream because this is a happy place. But yeah.
Frick.
Kill.
Kill.
Freak.
Gamer.
Lightspeed
Gamers.
Dasher, you should apologize. Yes, Frank Gamer, I am a spy. Like I am a spy. I think is the actual title of it. Yeah.
To sufficiently test your skills.
Your roads seem pretty bumpy already. If we're not careful,
Someone's gonna get white.
Someone's gonna get not okayed.
I love Roger Craig Smith as Sonic.
Someone's gonna get killed.
Yay, murder.
Yay, murder.
Just like in real life.
do 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 do. So people in the chat, what is your favorite Wisp and why? Answers will be needed.
In terms of
the
design,
form-
or
both answers will be needed in the form of an essay, but yes. So I gotta get
You must
400
have-
rings.
double spaced 15-point font. No, wait, 6-point font. Times New Roman. Due yesterday.
Two yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yesterday you said tomorrow.
That you beat this track and it cuts the Rise of Lyric yesterday.
I would love to fucking find somebody who's open to be honest about that fucking game. And it's just like, what the fuck was just everything involved with Rise of Lyric?
Oh god.
Like I feel like if that game was made for PC, it would have been like if it was released on PC, it would have been fine.
Well, that's that's the rumor that a lot of people think happened is that the game originally it was meant to be on
Yeah, it was meant to be
PlayStation 4
on-
and Xbox, and then the Sega wanted to basically run out their Wii U exclusive contract, so they demanded it be put to the Wii U, which is and then big rebuttal more like this game wasn't designed for the Wii U, it's not going to work on the Wii U, and it kind of didn't.
No, it's because they used it on what's called CryEngine 3, which is essentially supported for like most engines, but the Wii U doesn't support it, so they had to build it for the
Achieved with
ground up.
CryEngine.
Oh god, that was bad.
So they had to like outsource from like the CryEngine devs. It was like, okay, what do we do? This game's a full.
My thing with that though is like, why, if that was an issue, why did you make this? Why did you make like the second screen like another like monitor? Why didn't you just make this? Why not just make the gamepad like a map versus showing the game on there? You know.
A lot of games do that with the Wii.
I know, but you would think that would lessen processing power if that screen was just like a map.
Yeah, but it technically also lessened dev time because they'd have less time to program the gamepad as
Well, it's because there is a map on the main menu, but it's always a pain in the ass to fucking go to the map section. That would have somewhat improved the game.
Alright.
It's alright.
Alright.
We're like, no.
I think I gotta go. I'm tired.
How
I forgot
dare
I was
you.
syphilis.
Later.
Bye. I'm not sure who left, but bye.
Jesus, Jesus Christ. We're down to 2.
And then there were 2.
And everyone left. Oh god, now I have to keep track of chat. I didn't ask for this crap.
I didn't ask for this job. Oh, this is the Alaska track. Nice.
It was decent. No shit.
Fuck, I'm 5th.
You just cut out.
Now I'm 7th. What the fuck? I didn't sign on for this.
Where's the refund button?
Get fucked, big. Oh, I thought I hit big, but I didn't. Damn it, you stupid meme character. Your fishing game's never coming out. Get fucked.
Early 2017.
Yeah, every once in a while, I'll just message David DeLurker and just be like, hey, so that game, it's coming out. It's coming out, huh? He used to make he used to like to enjoy making comments about how we didn't have a website, and now we do. And where's your fucking game? Oh, that's right, doesn't exist.
What timeline is this?
The FTCR website, which hasn't been updated in about a year, is truly the Duke Nukem Forever of crappy pointless websites.
Oh, the FTCR website is the Dark Souls website.
Now, I really need to get in contact with our boy Stefan.
Oh,
Why'd you go awful?
no, I saw you like try to get onto like the lower side of the track, but then just like fell off because you didn't make it far.
I know. Life is cruel.
Why is like it's so weird? Because like it looks like it's at sunset, but also because the volcanic ash, it looks like it makes the sky look like photo.
Cube.
I'm still hung up on that cock and ball torture. It's shaped like the bomb list, but like the top nub is longer.
Top knob. Yeah, I got your top knob right here. Yeah, I got your daddy.
The 5th. First, second, and 5th.
Ah, Knuckles, you fucked everything up. No wonder Travis Willingham left you, you bastard.
He heard the master emerald was shattered again. He had to bail out. When he got back, 2 other people passed him.
Oof.
Nick, I swear to God, if you ever mention the FTCR or subreddit, I swear to.
Yes, I know, Nick. We need to do something with that. I know. I messaged Skylar about that. I need to.
Yeah, we need to delete it.
I need to get on him so because he made it, so he has all the like the mod powers and shit. I need to get on that to either.
Who's Reddit?
I know, fucking loser at it, but yeah. Did YouTube? Because I know for a while YouTube they would, if you made a post, if you like uploaded a video, it would automatically make a thing on Reddit. But I assume they took off that functionality because now I see that you've been making the Reddit posts and you give them like one word titles just like doesn't explain what the video is, which is good job. But
Fuck you.
out of love and hatred, I make that joke. But I think it did YouTube like remove that functionality, and just another reason why YouTube like to just remove all things that people kind of liked about their website.
It's so weird seeing the Mother Wisp in 3D.
Well, technically, she was a 3D model in Colors DS.
I mean, a non like a model that isn't like 2 polygon.
You mean a HD model? Yes.
Yes. What the hell's high definition? It's just kind of. It's also kind of weird seeing her like blink independently and like stare in different directions. That's kind of.
What the fuck? I think that stuff I took kicked in.
Red's gaming friendship ended with Charmy and SPO places over my new friend. Points.
Oh Jesus, that fucking giant wisp was scary.
Oh god, it's coming right at me.
It's coming right for us.
What do I do? It still bothers me that they left out like I think 2 wisps, and I think that's the thing that bothers me the most.
Already, what wisp did they? I assume they left out.
I think they were Frenzy and Hover.
That left out Frenzy.
Yeah, they left out Frenzy.
That's the best fucking wisp.
I think like if they did Hover, they could use like the feather from Super Mario Kart.
Yeah.
I imagine like if anything else, like Frenzy would be like the Mega Mushroom in Mario Kart Wii, if anything, because I have no other ideas.
Okay, I think I'm in the. Oh, good. I'm in the lead, and Tails and Knuckles are right behind me. Good, good. Keep driving, you bastard. Where's the gauge to know if you can do like your team thing?
It's hard to see because like the back of your car is white, but it's slightly under like the back of your car. It's hard to see.
Oh, so what does it turn a certain color then when you can use it?
It turns like slightly more yellow and glows a tiny bit. So it depends. It depends on different colors. Yep, there it is.
Fucking, he's wearing AirPods.
Oh no, he can't hear us.
Knuckles, you finally made up for being an idiot last time. This is fun, you know what? Like I've tried on different times to play Racing Transformed. It's like not story mode, but you know, like the kind of like one-player mode, and
Yeah,
it's very
the World
hard.
Tour.
Like it's fucking All-Stars Racing Transformed.
Fucking someone else agrees with me.
Like
Unlocking
that, like-
ages, I think, gave me like 3 lifelong diseases trying to get.
The difficulty curve is like I thought this was a game for children. Jesus Christ.
Like I remember unlocking ages. I was like, there's more. What the hell is this?
I mean, I am only playing this on normal mode, so I'm sure if I went to hard, I'd be like, oh god, oh god, oh man, oh god, oh
I
man,
played-
oh god.
Oh man, oh god. It's like slightly easy. It's like slightly harder, but just not way hard.
I wonder if on this version of
They have the Sonya cards.
you read my mind. Okay, let's have a look. See, I want. Oh, that's adorable. They're like
Oh
Eggman.
god, I can't tell which way is down anymore.
Okay. So, whoa, fuck. So, people in the chat, I know this has only been out for a day, but what do you think? You know, do you think this, if those of you have had it and if you've been able to play it, you think this is a worthy successor to Racing Transformed?
Leave your answers in the comments.
Leave a comment on the website.
Post a pizza roll in my asshole if you know how to use it.
I'm on ready for one picture. But yeah. You know, again, only played it. You know, only playing this for a little bit, but I'm liking this. Oh crap nuggets! I'm not liking that so much.
I don't know what context this is in, but Frankenmuth just says "what the fuck" and nothing else. I don't know. I don't know if this is taking the delay into account, but I don't know. I still find it hilarious that the Wii version of All Stars Racing is the only game with the Sonya.
Yeah, because it was the only one they couldn't patch out.
Yeah, because the only console that couldn't patch. I think like you either had to send your SD card into Nintendo to get like a new update installed, or you had to like go to the Wii Shop channel and download a separate
Oh, what for? Also
for
Racing?
updating games. For updating games. I think they had like a Mario Kart one and a Skyward Sword.
Oh yeah, what?
Ah,
The,
you
what
That's Miwa.
Holy shit!
suck.
It's the Miwa.
suck. Goodbye.
Hey, you should be editing.
What? She's gone. She's gone.
Oh,
She's gone.
You
She left.
crafty bastard.
There's a conspiracy. There had to be a second shooter.
Oh, what the fuck? Knuckles, you fuck up everything again. Ugh. Ugh, I say.
Play the game better.
Hey, you should
No.
Bye.
get... Miwa, you should get back to Ed... Oh.
And she left.
Okay. Okay, oh.
I see how it is.
Okay. Oh.
I see how it is. I
oh.
need to get the gun now. I don't have any bullets. I'm just gonna scare her with it real hard.
Yeah, when she gets back, I gotta tell her to get back to edited fucking Wind Waker.
All the footage gets corrupted.
Well, our audio just is deleted forever. And so many people are happy.
The audio was hijacked and it becomes the cock and ball torture.
I'm probably gonna have to work that now into a fucking video at some point.
Fierce the bandit says lay out some Wind Waker bait.
Got him.
Wait until the liberals hear this.
Take that, liberals.
We still don't know why Tommy Pickles looks like that.
I have not laughed as hard as I did when we... What was the context for that? What were we doing? Were we just having a random stream?
I think you just posted a random picture of Tommy Pickles
No,
and then
we were in a call, and that
We were in a
brought
call.
up we brought up the fact that Tommy doesn't look like his dad.
and then Rune said,
Just-
"Good, take that,
just-
liberals."
Just said, take that, liberals.
Corrupting the footage on the limbs.
Corrupting the footage.
Points red. Points.
Delaying the Wind Waker OP to own the libs.
That'll show them. We got Chucky. That is more than we bargained for. Child's Play. Yes, God damn it.
What's that?
Fierce took red asked if we seen the images for the new Child's Play remake, and then I was about to say, yeah, I wish I didn't, but then Fierce the Bandit just said it. I was like, okay, just said it.
It's like, I wanted the fucking, because Cult of Chucky ended on such a good note. I don't fucking want a boring reboot. I want them to fucking follow on Cult of Chucky.
Does he possess a bootleg doll now?
No, but the spoiler for like a 3-year-old movie, he's able to possess multiple dolls. So there's multiple Chuckies walking around, and it's great. Oh, you bastard, man! Come on, keep going.
Blowfish.
Rocket. Tails, how about you don't fucking... I'm in first place. Fuck off.
Go fuck yourself and then someone else. I do not need to hear this.
I don't need Tails trying to usurp my first place. I'm fucking Sonic the Hedgehog.
He's causing a revolution.
You wish Chucky's son? Get the fuck out of here, first Fierce the Bandit. Seed of Chucky is just like, oh, why?
No, he was quoting someone. This is like, I miss Chucky's son. Quoted by
Oh,
shit. You're falsely accusing someone. This libel, this slander.
Chess, fuck Dee Dee. What the fuck?
Chess, good iPad.
Chess.
Stu's still racist.
Still racist. Fucking hell.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
For having some good Alchema holes while playing this game.
I don't speak Swedish.
You want the Swedish chef from Ghostbusters, or Sesame Street?
I thought you were gonna say the Muppets, but
The
okay.
Muppets.
Helpful info. Now we just have to figure
I like that render of Tails looking quizzical.
My favorite one is the Forces render. Where he just like he looks at you and he's about to scold you really hard.
My favorite it's in Unleashed Wii, where it looks like he's been stabbed in the heart.
the weather.
It's sunny. There. By the way,
Oh no.
the rest of your detectives.
Here we go. Knuckles is asking where the fucking Tim Cox are.
Why aren't you guys a team? I'm out here freelancing. Yeah, that's it. Trying to make a little extra coin.
Did he abandon him?
Okay, but remember,
Did Vector fucking abandon Charmy? He's 6 years old.
He left them on the road.
That's not cool.
It's like Scrappy Doo in the live action Scooby Doo movie.
Oh god, can we
Just
not?
just kicked him out of the goddamn door and just left him on the road destitute.
Can we not speak about that game, please? Or that movie, or whatever.
About Game Boy Advance secret code.
muscle back in muscle car. Sweet.
Damn it, I lost the boost there.
Who's this broad?
Who's this broad? Press the circle button to slide.
Red just said Knuckles looks real soft in these renders. I feel like if I put my thumb on his forehead, I could leave a dent.
Probably leave a dent.
That's the weird thing. That's a weird thing to point out, but sure.
You probably leave a dent in his head. Am I
And,
right, lads?
and then Fierce the
It's great.
Bandit says, Charmy died because pesticides aren't banned yet. Hashtag save the bee.
Oh my god.
Tip the fuck bees.
No, Charmy was one of the casualties in fuck. What was the name of that stupid operation?
Infinity War.
No, what's the name of that? In Forces, Knuckles Operation. Charmy was one of the casualties in Operation Big Wave,
Oh no.
where we lost 80% of our forces that day.
It reminds me of Marvel vs. Capcom 3, where there's like a Days of Future Past stage, and like there's a crap ton of the characters that are either apprehended or slain,
Good.
and then Mega Man is the only one that's left alive.
As it should be. What, Mega Man or X?
Just Mega Man.
Oh, good.
It's like all the characters from previous games that aren't in 3, like either like apprehended or killed.
Good. Because Mega Man, classic Mega Man is the main boy. Boost.
Oh my god! How did you just kill 2 people at once?
Exactly. Don't fucking.
One little massacre end.
Operation Big Wave 2.
Operation World War 3. Oh god, no!
Operation World War 3. That's great.
Instead of Archduke Ferdinand, it's Silver and Vector. I think that's when shit got real.
Burst.
Oh yeah, I think I remember like there's this one tweet that shows like there's a Fairly Odd Parents episode where they find like a character that actually used fairies to cause World War One.
What the fuck? See, Butch Hartman, that isn't making my childhood.
I'm not even kidding.
sick
Like
fuck.
there's like this black and white child that like used like Cosmo and Wanda in the past to like assassinate Archduke Ferdinand and plunge the world into World War One.
Fuck you, Butch Hartman. You fucking fuck.
Leech Hartman.
Got him.
Slain.
Oh.
No.
No!
I still don't even know what the rings do.
I think they just make you faster, don't they?
Well, I mean, I hope it's not like. I mean, I guess that like means each ring is like microscopic in terms of increase because like in Mario Kart it's already pretty insignificant speed boost wise, and you can only get like 10 of.
Yeah.
I think you can get like over 1,000 in some of the missions.
People in the chat, or anyone with access to Google, what do the things do?
Every Sonic critic is like Mr. Crocker F for everything.
That's the thing that gets you about him. He criticizes about drawing anime stuff, but literally every fucking one of his characters looks the same.
Butch Hartman, more like Butch, not a nice man. Got him.
Look at all of these characters. DNF did not fuck. Those poor bastards.
Up the you know, like the titty size on the characters, you know.
Jesus.
That'll tell them apart.
Knuckles said you were being sneaky or something. Is that true?
I like how some of these renders they show the characters' teeth, and others they don't. It's like I'm getting confused, boys. I'm getting
Garbage game. I want a refund. I want 2 refunds. I want $40 back and then $40 extra.
Oh, was this game 30?
No, it was 40.
Oh, okay. I unlocked Team Vector. Good for me. How many stages are there?
I don't know. I think they're like 6. I think they're like 6 worlds, 6 chapters.
6 chapters. Okay. Okay. Then what?
Oh yeah, since the chapter of chapter 3 brings it up, that's my only problem with the roster. Why is Zavok here?
Why is what?
Why is Zavok here? It's dumb. It's like they could have done any other villain.
Yeah, they keep trying to make Zavok a thing, and it's like, nope. That nobody. The more rings you have. Okay, cool. Boys and girls, I think we'll call it a day for now. I definitely want to do another stream of this week. If it can't be before Saturday, because I have some friends from out of town staying with me to the weekend, I'll definitely do one on Saturday evening. If not, we'll do one a bit beforehand. But thank you everyone for joining us again. Big thank you to Sega for hooking us up with a code for the game. But you know what? I'm enjoying this. I would not have been able to get as far in All Stars Racing Transformed, kind of like one player story mode.
For different reasons.
For the, like, God, you know what? It's sometimes challenge is fun, sometimes it's not. You know, that's all I say on the matter. But we'll do another stream probably on Saturday. And thank you everyone. And